Hello YouTube. Now, I'm Sabrina, and I'm deciding to do a new project that I'm currently working on. I was checking my subscriptions this morning, and I watched Shane Dawson's newest video, and on Shane Dawson TV 2, and became aware of the fact that Shane has never read an entire book in his entire life. That's kind of sad, because I love to read. And so I've decided that I'm going to read to Shane Dawson. Now, it's not just for Shane Dawson or for anyone else. It's for everyone on YouTube who hates to read but likes movies and stuff. I'll read part of a book in every video. And you can post comments telling me what you thought about the book and what book you think I should do next. Now, we're starting with a book that I'm sure Shane and many people would like. It's called The Vampire Lestat by Anne Rice. Now, Anne Rice wrote vampire novels before the True Blood vampires, before the Twilight vampires. You know, she was what set the bar for all of them. Some of them fall under them, Twilight, and some of them exceed even Anne Rice's expectations. You know, True Blood. Now, this is not the first book in the Vampire Chronicles. This is actually the second. The first book is Interview with the Vampire, which is made to a movie starring Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. The Vampire Lestat is what most of the movie Queen of the Damned is about. Queen of the Damned is the third book in the Vampire Chronicles. I'm going to start with chapter 1. I am the Vampire Lestat. I'm immortal, more or less. The light of the sun, the sustained heat of an intense flame, those things might destroy me, but then again, they might not. I am 6 foot tall, which was fairly impressive in the 1980s when I was a young mortal man. It's not bad now. I have thick blonde hair, not quite shoulder length, and rather curly, which appears white under fluorescent light. My eyes are gray, but they absorb the colors blue or violet easily from surfaces around them. I have a fairly short, narrow nose, and a mouth that is well shaped, but just a little too big for my face. I can look very mean or extremely generous, my mouth. It always looks sensual, but emotions and attitudes are always reflected by my entire expression. I have a continuously animated face. My vampire nature reveals itself in extremely white, highlighted, reflective skin. Let me start over again. My vampire nature reveals itself in extremely white and highly reflective skin that has to be powdered down for cameras of any kind. And if I'm starved for blood, I look like a perfect horror skin shrunken. I look like a perfect horror. Skin shrunken, veins like rope over the contours of my bones. But I don't let that happen now. And the only consistent indications that I'm not human is in my fingernails. It's the same with all vampires. Our fingernails look like glass, and some people notice when they don't notice anything else. Right now, I'm what Americans call a rock superstar. My first album has sold 4 million copies. I'm going to San Francisco for the first spot in a nationwide concert tour that will take my band from coast to coast. MTV, the rock music cable channel, has been playing my video clips night and day for 2 weeks. They're also being shown in England on Top of the Pops, and on the continent, probably in some parts of Asia, and in Japan. Video cassettes of the whole series of clips are selling nationwide. I'm also an author of an autobiography which was published last week. Regarding my English language, I use it in my autobiography. Regarding my English, the language I use in my autobiography, I first learned it from a flatboatman who came down the Mississippi to New Orleans about 200 years ago. I learned more after that from the English language writers, everybody from Shakespeare to Mark Twain to H. Rod Haggard, who I read as the decades passed. The final infusion I received from the detective stories of the early 20th centuries in the Black Mask magazine. The Adventures of Sam Spade by Dashiell Hammett in Black Mask were the last stories I read before I went literally and figuratively underground. That's going to be all we read this week. If you'll tune back in next Wednesday, we'll read some more. I'll actually mark the page so that I remember exactly where we are. Now, post comments saying what you think of the story so far, if you've read The Vampire Lestat or any of Anne Rice's other novels, or any other books written by Anne Rice under any of her other pen names. Next week I will give Anne Rice's other pen names and other novels that she's written. I have to look them up. I don't have them written down. Also, if you have any suggestions for books you think I should read, tell me. And if you have read a book and would like to have video footage of you reading it posted on my site, just tell me. Leave a comment. Remember to rate me, comment me, subscribe me, all that beautiful, wonderful stuff. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate comments. Anything. So, y'all have a great day. And I'm sorry I haven't gotten to posting my conspiracy theory and fairy tales yet. I've had a lot going on with college and with some people that were hating on me earlier. Watch my previous video. I might post a link to it somewhere. So yeah, hugs and kisses. See y'all next week. Bye.